Hundreds of Israeli and Palestinian peace activists planted olive trees in the West Bank hills between the Palestinian village of Burin and several Israeli settlements. They protested what they say is the rising wave of violent attacks by extremist Jewish settlers.
We came here to support our friends in the village of Burin, who were attacked by the settlers. The olive tree shows our connection to the land. It is a blessed tree, and is mentioned in the Qur'an, the Torah, and the Gospels.
2 weeks ago, about a dozen settler extremists attacked Palestinian farmers and their Israeli supporters here, wounding at least 7 and torching a car. This time, rights groups coordinated with the Israeli army to maintain a separation between the settlers and the peace activists.
We as a group think that what these people are doing is what's called desecration of God's name, Chilul Hashem. And they claim to be representing religion, and I think they're misrepresenting religion. I think that the basic point for us is that Judaism is a religion that sees all human beings as created in God's image, and all human beings are worthy of respect and protection under the law.
The UN says there were almost 500 attacks by extremist settlers against Palestinians in 2021 and only a handful of indictments filed. Settler activists say only a few settler extremists are responsible for the attacks and that Palestinian attacks against settlers and soldiers in the West Bank have increased.
I was outraged and actually very hurt personally by the violence that was displayed between two groups of Jews, despite the circumstances of the event. I'm also very appalled that the violence was a reaction to a group of Jews and Arabs simply coming to till land.
Leftist members of the Israeli parliament have condemned the settler attacks and demanded the government do more to stop the extremist violence.
There are elements, and I can't describe them other than extremist, nationalist, messianic elements who go out in operations that we as the Jewish people suffered from throughout history.
They feel that they can attack with no punishment. They are proud they are attacking. We heard them. And that's why there is more and more attacks and violence by the settlers, and it can cause a huge reaction by Palestinians.
Peace activists say if the government and army don't do more to stop the extremist settlers, the cycle of violence between Israelis and Palestinians will only get worse. Linda Gradstein for VOA News, Burin in the West Bank.